All right. So all of this leads me to my final question. Are the 49ers good or bad? Are they good or bad? And I think the answer is neither. They are in mediocre purgatory. How did they get here? 2 years ago, they were like way beyond the rest of the league in terms of the roster they'd put together. Now they're just an average team in the NFL. What happened? They're not bad. They have like 6 or 7 really good players and some promising young guys too. But there's a lot of teams like that. What happened to the 49ers? How do you go from so good to so mediocre that quick? Easy. You pay the quarterback. That's what happens when you pay the quarterback and he's not Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. You're in salary cap purgatory. And it's because of the way the CBA is structured. And in a few years, they're going to have to change this because the CBA creates this situation. I'll explain it. 2 years ago, you have three kinds of teams in the league. Teams that have paid a lot of money on elite quarterbacks, like Kansas City, Baltimore. You have teams that are cheap at quarterback, like Denver, Washington, Seattle. You either have a guy on a rookie deal or a veteran who's not making a ton of money. And that allows you to spend on other positions. That's the second type of team. And then there's the third type of team, the team that spends a ton of money on a quarterback who's not quite elite. That's the 49ers. That's where you don't want to be, because that's a spot where you're probably never going to be one of the best teams in the league. And you can be one of the worst teams in the league if one or two guys gets hurt. What is the difference between the 49ers and the Cowboys now? Both the Niners and the Cowboys have a core group of players who are super expensive. And you take one of those guys away, can they win? The Niners core group of guys is Purdy, Ayuk, Kittle, Trent, McCaffrey, Bosa, Warner, Lenore, essentially. If you just take Bosa away, can they win? Yeah, against some teams. But how good are they if you take just Bosa away? Could they win a playoff game without Bosa as currently constructed? I don't think so. Could they win a playoff game without Kittle if they had all the rest of their core and no Kittle? I don't think so. If they had all the rest of their core and no McCaffrey, could they win a playoff game? I don't think so. This team is a contender as long as all of those guys are healthy. All of them at the same time. Then they'll be good. When the Cowboys have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, all of their guys, they've had years where they're 12-5. They've had years where they're, 2 seeds in the playoffs. Now, when they get to the playoffs, they don't actually have the talent and depth to go anywhere. And that's right where the Niners are. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. We'll see if I'm wrong. But that's how their roster is constructed. Brock Purdy's better than Dak, but not that much better. Neither one's elite.